We're here.
We're live?
We're live. We
We're
made
live.
it. It is. Look, we were a little concerned that we wouldn't know how to do this because we haven't done it in like a week and a half or 2 weeks. So we were a little concerned, but we pulled it off, and we're here. Oh my goodness! And everyone's on your channel. What is happening here?
I don't know.
You know what?
We have Sutton's Days here too, by the way.
Sutton's Days is here. Everyone's reminding me of where I sit in this whole pecking order. I get it. I understand. Welcome everyone to Prep Talk Live, episode 75. Preparedness updates and blah blah blah. I am Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me, as always, when we can get together, is Tup the Urban Tup. Tup the Urban Tup. Tup the Urban Tup. It's been one of those weeks, ladies and gentlemen, and by weeks I mean the last 2 weeks, which is why we haven't had a show in about a week and a half. Tup the Urban Prepper. Tup, what is up? How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a long, busy week, but glad to be talking with some like-minded preppers out there, and we're even on the TikTok sphere tonight, which is cool.
Yes, for everyone. We've been talking about this, and we're trying it out tonight. We're actually doing a dual live stream on TikTok because previously I have been on TikTok, and there are a lot of people on TikTok that are confused as to what I'm talking about because all they can hear is me.
Yeah, I've never streamed on TikTok before, so this is a first for me.
Exactly. So now we have alerted, and so now people that come in, they can see what's going on, and the goal is to get to 10,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah, we got to get that.
Yeah, so that then we can actually live stream the full Prep Talk Live experience.
Oh, okay.
We have all of the things. We just need the 10,000 followers, and then piece of cake. I
see in the comment section that people are bowing to Sutton's Days. The Queen is
bowing to the Queen.
Yeah,
oh my goodness!
They submit. They bow.
Submit to the Queen.
They submit to the Queen.
They submit to Her Highness Sutton's Days. That is fantastic.
I've been thinking of Sutton's Days every time I went to the grocery store again. I look for yellow tags, and then I think of Sutton's Days. And
also modern day prep. Yes, I am happy now, and thank you for switching over. I appreciate anyone being in my chat. That's fantastic.
I just use the restream chat, and so I don't know who's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, so if you look, I don't know how it looks on your side, but from my side of the restream chat, if it's purple, if the comment's in purple, then it's coming from your channel.
Oh.
If it's coming in gray, then it's on my channel.
Because you're gray man.
I'm gray man. Yeah, exactly. Even when I'm broadcasting, I am gray man. So that's the goal.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. That message was epic. What message did I do?
What message?
Sometimes I send I'm not wearing the right shoes. Oh, that's right. I think I sent her an Instagram photo or something when I was there or something at a grocery store. But sometimes I'll fall asleep with my TikTok phone or my Instagram or something, and I'll send random messages or random videos to people, and it's just like, who knows what it is. So it's I'm glad people haven't banned me for it yet. So.
Yeah, I'm curious though.
The chicken is what I said. Sutton's Days.
Sutton's Days. What are the right shoes for submission? Like, is there a handbook that you have, or like, just feel like maybe there's more to that story. That we should maybe that's a whole different episode.
Yeah.
Prepping for submission maybe is what we would call that or something.
Yeah, that won't get flagged.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look, we're already banned on TikTok. That took all of 4 seconds. There we go. Okay, there were a couple of other comments. Holy cow. The chat room is happening tonight.
I see Lena joined on my TikTok, so I don't know if you see Lena there.
Oh, there we go. All right. Lena joined on TikTok.
You see you, Lena. I see you right there. Okay.
Yep. There's a couple of people that are joining in there. So
how's the prepping going?
Oh yeah, so the prepping, why we're here, all that sort of fun stuff. So prepping is going well, I would say. I looked at my poor pathetic garden and realized that I had made so many wonderful tomatoes and everything, and picked about 7 of them. So I am hoping that the delicata squashes are my last remaining hope. Um, because we have a bunch of them and they are about the size of footballs. I don't know why, because I don't think they're supposed to be that size,
Wow.
but they are gigantic. So I'm hopeful that those actually will turn out okay, and I can pull them off before they get rotten. Is the goal. So
Very nice.
yeah, but I started kind of clearing that stuff out. We got to redo the chicken kind of run that we've got going on. We need to get some new bedding and stuff in there because we're hitting the rainy season, and I want them to be nice and dry. And then yeah, I mean that's been pretty much it. We've been pretty much inundated with work stuff, like work stuff and
Oh,
family stuff. So there hasn't been a ton of prepping, but I've been watching the TikToks for some ideas. I had a couple of TikToks that I saw that I was like, okay, these are some ideas maybe to discuss in today's
nice.
episode and that sort of thing. How about you? How is the Pepper Enterprise going?
The pepper or the prepper enterprise? Well, well, first up, man, there's all these people on TikTok coming. Gene, I see if Amy Fresh is
Yeah,
there.
Amy Fresh is here.
I see a few like on this TikTok one, so it's great to see. Wow, awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
see, I told you this would be a fun thing. And
yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah, Amy's like we tons of likes, and there was a hello bear or something like
Yeah.
that. This is fantastic. I feel like a real TikToker now.
Yeah, we're kind of cool TikTok. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's been a pretty good prepping week. My my wife has been she's clearing out all the stuff because it's getting cold out, and as far as the home garden and stuff. But she was making fun of me about my neglected potatoes because I kind of gave up on them because all I was producing were these little baby walnut-sized potatoes, the petite ones, and everyone was teasing me about them. So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna leave them there for a few seasons and not even touch them. And so she was making fun of me, and so she's like, well, let's. Are you ever going to take care of your potatoes? Well, let's just harvest. Let's see if what's there. And she started going into, and we had these humongous potatoes that, like, I've abandoned for like 3 years there, and they just been growing like crazy. And so like now we have this great yield that just took a long time to do in our container garden. So we have uh, the golden potatoes, we have the red potatoes, and they're just humongous. And so I've been real proud of. I guess that's what you have to do is just kind of neglect your potatoes and just forget about them and and harvest them whenever you feel like it. I
Forget
guess.
them for years.
Years.
They're
We didn't forget
38-year-old
them, but
potatoes.
I was just like mad. I was mad at them, so I kind of penalty.
You
They
you
were
were
the
mad.
penalty box, so I was like, okay, I'm
You
gonna.
punish the potatoes.
Yeah, I
Is
punished
what
the
you did.
potatoes.
Okay, well, this goes back to I feel like we have a theme going on here today
Yeah,
in this whole thing. We've got shoes for submissions. We're punishing our potatoes. I don't understand. Like,
yeah, but the potatoes they might have thought I thought they were done for, and lo and behold, they just needed to be neglected a little bit, and then they started actually producing. So that was a big win for us this week, and we're making potatoes all weekend for different things. So that was a good prep time. Let's see, I've been working on updating my vehicle get home bag to something a little bit more strategic, and actually
more
working on a video for
strategic.
that too. Yeah, a little more strategic. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And you've been putting out some videos.
I
You've
have.
been you've
I
been back in the groove.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like one a week if I can. I think I can maintain that. I took a week off uh, because I was busy. But I have a couple that I have one that I'm finalizing tomorrow. I have another one I'm finalizing early next week. Updating the get home bag again for trying to make it a little bit more inexpensive because I know it's going to get stolen at some point, and I would be very devastated if it got stolen. But if it was cheap enough and with enough hand me downs, then I'd be okay if it got stolen.
Then you wouldn't care.
That's my new bar in Seattle. Is that yeah, I have to be willing to let it be stolen by
You have to be
zombies.
willing to let it be taken
Yeah,
at least a few times. It's more of a disposable get home bag as opposed to
it
like a
is.
real get home bag.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
really like those get. I think my first get home bag. I think I probably overthought it. Had a little too much stuff in there. It's not a bug out bag. It's a get home bag. It's like, and so it's like I don't need to have like some $100 ham radio in there or something. Again, I just want cheap enough to survive to get home type stuff. So I've had to kind of think my philosophy on it.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Modern day prepper
You have an actual
claims
question?
he claims to have an actual question.
Let's see. Let's see.
Now, he's gotten us before, but
Been beefing up your
I
cold
mean,
weather gear given El Nino is supposed to be real bad this year.
that is a real question.
Have I been beefing it up?
Yeah. I
I'll
haven't
let you go
necessarily.
first.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for letting me do that. I'd be happy to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I haven't been necessarily beefing up more. I think like for the El Nino stuff, at least in the Pacific Northwest, usually like it'll be a little colder, it'll be a little rainier. Crazy cold weather could mean 4 or 5 days of snow or ice, where you wouldn't be able to get out of the house to go do something, to go to the grocery store, for example. But it doesn't usually like bad winters in Oregon are not necessarily like a regular winter in Minnesota, where
Yeah.
you have like feet of snow and people are kind of not able to leave for weeks at a time. For us, the kind of worst case scenario is 4 or 5 days. So we've kind of planned our similar kind of, I would say, pandemic preps around, okay, if we had to quarantine for a certain amount of time, like making sure we had not just food, but like the food that we would want to eat for that period of time. And then, making sure that we have lots of blankets, that we've got heaters and a couple of extra heating abilities. Like we've got the Mr. Heater that is the indoor version that you can use. Make sure you have the indoor capable version and not the outdoor only version, because I believe there are two different kinds. And you don't want to end up with the one that fills your house with carbon monoxide or whatever. So we have some of those just in case.
Nice.
But how about
Yeah,
you?
again, like the Pacific Northwest, we don't get too cold like Minnesota. I just looked this past weekend at our de-icer and some of the salt and stuff that when it freezes, or if you have some ice in the driveway, I made sure that we're kind of stocked up on that, because I've had other years where I forgot to, and then it expired. I'm due for a gasoline reload, because I have the NATO cans, the NATO gasoline cans.
Yeah, I
And
know a guy who made a video about
yeah, I know this.
NATO
Yeah,
gasoline cans,
yeah, I know
and
this.
so then I took his advice and bought the NATO
Yeah,
gasoline cans, but I haven't filled them yet, because what I realized is I don't ever use the gas in the cans, and
yeah.
so I am worried about, I don't want to have to trash these gasoline cans
Yeah,
if
no.
they're nice.
I
So
just
I'm
I
gonna have
just
to figure
used
that out.
one of the cans to top off my car for my commute this morning. Or no, that was yesterday morning. Sorry. So it worked great, and then I topped it off, and now I'm gonna fill it up a little bit again too. I see that on TikTok. I'm trying to pay
Yes,
attention over there. I see. Yeah, you're
Amy.
there. Good to see you, Amy Fresh. Is
Yeah, Amy.
kudos and
Amy
toes
is
from her.
lighting up the likes right now. We have so many likes
Amy
on
Fresh.
TikTok.
Do you both pack a car bag to prep for getting stuck in your car somewhere? Yeah, that I do. I have a lot of vehicle preps. Some for roadside assistance. I have a electronics module. I have, and then also I think the get home bag also could serve as you're stuck in your car for a little bit like that. I've also been working on refining my approach to food in the car, because when I first started prepping, I was putting those lifeboat survival bars in there, and after doing a lot of testing of those, I don't really like those, and so I'm rethinking my car food stuff. But the problem is that it fluctuates with temperature, so. In the summertime, certain items go bad really quickly, and cold's not as bad. But I know food generally doesn't like temperature fluctuations. But so I'm making kind of like a two-tiered approach, where I have like the snacks module, and then like the
The
you're
snacks
stuck
module,
somewhere module. So because
the snacks and the buffet.
yeah, well, if you're
Yeah,
stuck, like, and you have the kids in the car, and you're like, I'm hungry, like, it's nice having some snacks there, and hopefully they're good. But if you're like stuck in the middle of nowhere, you also want to have like that long-term food stuff too. So and
you've
stuff
got
that
like a carving station and like a bottle of Grey Poupon or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. A little, yeah. There might be a video coming out on it. So
Oh, a video, you say?
Yeah, there might be a video,
A
and
video.
then I'm rethinking on my cooking because I did have like a propane like gas stove. I don't know if I want to have the gas canisters in the car all the time, and so I'm switching to more of I've been using the Everclear with a cat food can stove as my my
Oh
new
yeah,
one because
your penny can.
yeah, but it's different than the penny can because penny cans sometimes people say, oh, those sometimes blow up, um, and so
Because it's just
the cat food can doesn't do that because it's open
how
air.
does it? Okay, how does
It's
the
like
cat food
pressurized.
can not blow up?
Well,
If the regular
it's an
can
open
does,
air. It's an open air one. The penny stove is like two butts of cans stuck together,
okay.
and then technically they say, oh, sometimes those blow up for whatever reason. I've never had that happen, but and so then I experimented with the cat food can, which I used the Dremel drill to drill holes. It's kind of like a the solo stove. You've probably seen those, the solo camp stoves, and then they have the
Yeah.
backpacker. It kind of is that similar design, but it's cheap. It only costs a can of cat food and having a drill. And then if you use like Everclear, which is an alcohol base, it's you're not going to like poison yourself in your car too. So that's just kind of what I've dabbling and experimenting.
Well, it's good that you don't poison yourself in your car.
Yeah, you don't know that's not good. That's not good.
Also, Amy on TikTok says that she is sure that the Everclear that you have is
It's dual
specifically
purpose. You
for
want
yeah,
redundancy and you want dual purpose items if you can. I know a lot of
it's for medical.
teenager alcohol is like what a lot of people have, but you can't really drink. It's not the best beverage in the world, so you don't want to use it for that. So
It's for medicinal purposes,
yeah,
morale purposes, um, yeah, and ignition purposes apparently.
we used to use it back in college when have I ever told you about bucket of death? Or
No, but I feel like we need to delve into that.
we would have these parties back in college, and big big parties at this dude's house, and afterwards everyone was drunk or passed out on the floor. And so we would clean up the next day and we just gather up all these old beer cans and cups and stuff, and we dump it in this big Gatorade jug. And
Oh
then
my
we'd
goodness!
fill it, and so we'd fill it up, and then we'd fill it up with like fruit punch mix, and then we'd dump Everclear in it, and then the next day would be bucket of death party, and so we'd have a follow up party that was called bucket of death, which was horrible, and that's just what we did. So
ATF, to be clear,
no
we are
ATF back.
we are not grumpy.
Statler and Waldorf. Those guys are like early Beavis and Butthead. They were like,
I just hear the song from that Muppet movie. Am I a man or am I a Muppet?
yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of people in my comment section that would say that I am 100% a Muppet, and
yeah.
that's pretty much what's going on
Tup's the
there.
party animal. That's funny. Yeah, I've had my fair share of parties. We don't at the same house. We also hosted a mashed potato wrestling party, and that was
A mashed potato wrestling party.
yeah. We went to Costco and got a whole bunch of instant mashed potatoes and chives and butter and stuff, and then we made brackets. We were recruiting people from our classes,
I,
and then
I, I feel like we just lost our Costco sponsorship.
yeah. Is
Right
that
there.
Costco? Is that a no
Yeah,
go Costco?
yeah,
Is that
exactly. I feel like we've lost Costco there. That
okay?
was
Sorry. Well, it was
yeah.
great Costco mashed potatoes. Like they were really good. But yeah, we did that too at the same house.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and the bots are here.
Is that a bot?
The bots
Hello,
have
sorry
made
for
it.
bothering you. I want to
Yes.
offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, chat
Hmm.
bots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality
Which
is
is
guaranteed.
amazing. Now, what
Be the best.
currency would we be using for this sort of
It's
a
a Bitcoin. This
transaction?
is Bitcoin. This is
Bitcoin? Oh,
Bitcoin.
okay. All right.
Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel. Everything is on your hands. Turn it on, off, customize.
Everything is on our hands.
Wow.
That seems like something you should go see a doctor for.
Yeah.
If that's
Well,
the thing.
hey,
Okay, well there you go.
when we get the bots, we know we're doing good stuff. Once we came on TikTok, now the bots came.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the bot sensed the TikTok was nearby, and they
Yeah,
were like,
they're like, oh,
"Okay."
these guys are getting edgy.
I couldn't read this. So, okay, if Texas happens near you,
Hmm.
keep in communication with elderly neighbors. Make sure family and friends are going to turn off the water. Oh, I think by Texas you're meaning
Power outage.
power outage due to snow and ice storms. And so yes, 100%. Definitely check on your neighbors. Check on the elderly. Make sure that everybody is not freezing in their house, and call any sort of I would say local authorities if there was any sort of assistance that was needed.
Yeah, I think it's good to
Chuck,
have neighborhood watches too. Like if every neighborhood watch had like their own comms grid, offline comms grid that was using
yeah,
like a mesh network, it would be awesome. But we don't. Most people don't roll like that. But
I
I have,
love that you keep pitching the neighborhood mesh network.
yeah,
That's like one of I feel like I have my things that I'm always like, hey, we should try this thing, we should do this thing, like my favorite gear things, and I feel like the mesh network is yours.
yeah. I I think it's fascinating. It's a
Love it.
but I still have tested out because at one point I was testing out with a drone and setting up the node way up, 400 feet or whatever, and it would provide comms to the whole neighborhood. It was awesome.
Which would be fantastic. You just have to charge the battery in the
It
drone.
only for 30 minutes, and so
Yeah.
I was inspired by I Am Legend when Will Smith was there, and he was at noon every day he would go and do a broadcast at noon to see if anyone was out there, and I kind of think the same thing with the mesh networks, but
Yeah, exactly.
no one else in my neighborhood really likes it.
Nobody else is enjoying it, but
No.
Tup is having a great time just communicating with anyone and anyone who would listen.
Amy Fresh is like going like on TikTok
Yeah,
and on here.
Amy Fresh is going for MVP.
Is that MVP?
I mean, it's if you're participating on 3 different platforms on our behalf,
That's
like I
awesome.
feel like I mean, I don't know that you need to change your shoes for submission worthy, but like, I mean,
Is Sutton Stay still here? Or she's like
I don't know.
uh,
Um, let's see. Pony Girl,
we're gonna have to have a life check from Sutton Stay.
definitely, yeah. Thank
Good
you. I
deduction,
appreciate that.
Casey.
I
Very wise.
try to be wise. It's a thing that I do. Modern Day Prepper says that we can get that bot for the low price of a drink from the bucket of death.
Yes. I should
So,
have a
yep,
prepper party and it serve bucket of death.
a prepper party. There should be, like
That's great.
themed
Is there a
cocktails.
domain name for that? That's awesome.
Prepper party.
Prepper party.
Now, you know what? Normally, I don't like to do this
Yeah,
during our
are we gonna log
shows.
that? Are we gonna get that?
Yeah, let's just see.
5:57 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, exactly. Have we gotten the copyrights on it? And let's see.
I think it'd be cool to have a prepper party. Everyone could dress up in hazmat suits or something, and it'd be awesome. And just like totally storm a restaurant or a bar. That'd be
As in the full hazmat suit with the masks and
in
everything,
full prepper gear. Yeah,
full prepper gear.
people would be
Just
freaking out. The cops would come. All be awesome. We Sutton Stays would be in the parking lot slinging chicken breast out of the truck or
you
whatever.
kidding?
At the prep.
Now wait, hold on. Does Sutton's Days make the chicken submit? Is that a thing that happens,
Yes.
or
They submit or die.
do they have little like I've seen like little chicken outfits that like have like arms and things that move? Like, is there some sort of like a leather getup that these chickens are wearing now, or
Prepper party, everyone show up in gray. That's a good idea too. We don't want to
mm-hmm.
scare them off. Like we don't want to scare off the venue, but man, it'd be really cool to have like a planned like a flash mob prepper party
flash mob prepper party?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
where we coordinated multiple cities. At
I
this time, we're doing a prepper party.
I feel like that happened a lot in Portland a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and it was not well received.
Yeah, no.
It was not. It was not a good. It was not a good time had by all. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm just looking at the chat. It does appear that Sutton's Days is here. We have proof of life.
And she is bringing chicken.
She is. Yeah, exactly. Even better. Secret prepper party. Secret preppers. Secret prepper party. Yeah, we need some sort of like. Would Morse code be like the way in on a prepper party? Like, would that be the way to like let everybody know? Like,
they should be able to answer a basic prepper trivia question to get in. Like,
Sutton's Day says at prepper party, everyone should show up in gray.
Yeah, it could be like 2 was 1, 1 is blank, and then they have to answer type thing.
And she will be bringing the chicken.
Yes.
I feel like the chicken doesn't really have a choice in the matter, but okay. A rubber chicken outfit doing the chicken dance. Is that for is that for the chicken to wear a rubber chicken outfit and do the chicken dance, or is that for, I don't know, maybe Tup or myself to get a rubber chicken outfit and do a chicken dance?
Yeah.
Seems like there's a lot of options there. I did see actually for Halloween. So the Halloween thing happened a couple days ago. And we actually saw an inflatable rubber chicken suit.
Nice.
There was a child in one of the neighborhoods that we were in wearing an inflatable rubber chicken suit. So he was not doing the chicken dance, but he was doing the thing. Yes, this has escalated quickly, as most of our shows do.
Yeah.
Anyone who's been here for more than
it could go off the rails if Sutton's Days isn't like monitoring closely. Like,
yeah, we've been doing this for what, 26 minutes at this point or something like that. Yeah, almost a half an hour. It's amazing it took us this long.
How was your Halloween? I know that.
Oh yeah, well, it was a thing that happened.
I have some photos of mine.
Of yours? Ours was good. Ours, we did not do the adult dress up. The kids did their dress up. One was a Ghostbuster, and he has a friend. They went as a group of 3, and one of his friends is about the same height as he is, and so they both wore Ghostbuster jackets. And then they have one friend who's about 1.5 feet taller than they are. And so he went in an inflatable Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit.
Wow.
And so they did that. So that was very fun. And then the youngest decided that she was going to go as a killer cowboy.
Killer cowboy. Wow.
And what was fantastic is she had the suit, and it was right next to all of the Yellowstone costumes, the rip and everything. So I was going to take a picture and actually send it to you.
I
and be
saw
like, hey,
that there's.
Do you need me to send you a vest? Do you need me to, like, what do we got going on here? But she got hot at a certain point in the trick or treating, and took her vest and her cowboy hat off.
I took a photo of the Rip costume, and I saw it at the store.
Oh, that is fantastic.
For TikTok.
Yep. I was like, I'm sending that to Tup.
Yeah.
So she took the hat off and the vest off, so she was just wearing like a white long sleeve shirt and a bolo tie, and she walked up to a door and forgot to put her vest and her hat on, and they were like, well, so what are you, like, what's your thing? And she thought, and she is so quick, she thought for about 3 seconds, and she goes, it's date night.
Oh.
And that was it. So yeah, so then she went as date night for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, I dressed up. We have a lot of trick or treaters. We've been putting on this haunted house at my in-laws' house for about 18 years now, and I kind of run the operation. And I dress up as Leatherface every year and jump out of the bushes with a chainsaw and scare kids. So it's awesome. So this is a photo of me with Mike Myers and Freddy Krueger, and we're
nice. And you're the ghost in the back? Or?
No, I'm Leatherface. I have the
right.
apron with the blood. And
of course.
And there's another photo there that was our Halloween though. It was pretty fun.
Very nice. Very nice. I was thinking, in previous years of Halloween, like, I've thought about this and we just didn't have time to put it together. Wow, you guys go all out.
Yeah, we had like 1,100 trick-or-treaters that came and got candy.
Good Lord.
And a lot of them ran off and got scared. They're a little too scared to go up there.
Obviously, you're a terrifying person in person and in a costume, so that makes total sense. Do you ever test out? So in the past, I've used Halloween as an opportunity to be like, hey, let's test out kids with walkie-talkies. Let's test out new like lights. Like we found, they're like snap lights, but they're not snap lights. They're LED flashlights that look like snap lights. And you can like attach them to things. We've tried those. So we've kind of used Halloween as an opportunity to test some of these things. Also like security cameras, being able to test like with people coming up and like the amount of time it takes from when a notification comes in that someone's at the door to when you actually could either get to the door or get to another room or something like that. Have you ever used Halloween, or I would say a holiday, as an opportunity to test out preppery things?
I don't think I'm thinking about testing it, but I mean, we did use prepper things, but I wasn't really thinking of for the sole purpose of testing it. I don't know. Should I even say the one that I use? I like in my like sometimes when you're scaring kids, they are scaring people. They freak out a little bit, and they might attack you a little bit. So
Oh,
I
okay.
wore a little bit of soft armor underneath my leather
Wow.
vest, and I did, which came in handy because some kids they'll freak out and they'll try to hit you with a fake sword, or I had some kids shooting me with rubber bands. Anyway, so I had a little bit of protection there. I had my EDC, of course, on me, but I don't think I used anything else for that. But on Thanksgiving, I know last year after Thanksgiving, I froze a turkey for the next year just in case the stores all shut down. I wanted to still have a frozen turkey. So that was one little test thing that I did. So
um, Pony Girl. She put a box of junk for Goodwill out of the front, and they took everything but everything in the box. You
oh
know what? That just seems like a really efficient way of doing stuff.
wow.
Um, Also, I'm a little curious as to what kids are in your neighborhood that are taking used household goods.
Yeah, we some people in the neighborhood they set up a little table right outside their driveway and they just put random junk there and it by the next morning it's all gone and that's what they do to get rid of stuff that they don't want to have a garage sale, they don't want to put it on offer rent.
Yeah.
They dump it that way. So
Yeah. Sun's Days always has a backup
yeah,
turkey.
it's you probably
Always.
it's canned in a big
Two, yeah,
big,
two turkeys is one turkey. One turkey is no turkeys.
yeah.
You should always have
Yeah,
a
now
backup
I always have a yeah, well, I don't know always, but I have a backup turkey for the apocalypse.
turkey. I actually realized we have turkeys from last year because we get a backup turkey usually because we think we're going to eat more turkey during the year, and then we never actually pick a weekend to do like a turkey dinner.
Yeah,
And so I was like, oh, we're about to get fresh turkeys. We probably need to figure out what to do with the turkey that
with
we
the
got from
frozen.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while to thaw. My thought was that I should buy next year's Thanksgiving, at least for prepping purposes, buy the next year's Thanksgiving just in case the grid goes down type thing. And if the grid doesn't go down, I could always donate. And if we want to get like a fresh turkey or
Yeah.
whatever, we could always donate it to. We do there's different food banks and donation stuff that you could do for that, so like for families and stuff. So well, that's what I figured that would be the annual practice to do.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that very much. What though? Would you be concerned though if the grid were to go down
Yeah.
so that you are not able to get a turkey next year?
Yeah.
Would
Uh,
turkey for Thanksgiving be the top of your priority list?
Well, I think for morale, when with the family, like morale
Yeah.
purposes, I think it's good to have some keeping with some traditions and stuff. And yeah, maybe. I think so. I remember like my grandma told the story when she was little girl that during the depression and stuff, they still did the Christmas, even though it was like I think what they got was she told one year they each got a nail file, and it was a big
Oh,
deal
okay.
for them. So, and then they had a meal, even if it was real, it wasn't the
Hmm.
normal meal. So I don't know if it was like if like let's say there's a turkey shortage or you couldn't buy turkeys anymore, but you still wanted to have some kind of tradition. I'd at least be good for one more year, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's my
I
thought.
like it. What would you cook it in?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's depending if there's electricity or not.
Yeah. I mean, if the grid goes down and your concern is that the
I was.
grid
I
goes
guess
down,
I shouldn't have said grid go down, but
then
I guess more like you couldn't buy them for whatever
so
reason.
like a supply chain issue.
Supply chain issue. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because
I
I
was
was
thinking like toilet, during the toilet paper shortage of 2020 or that kind of thing. So,
okay. I was like, wait, you're making toilet wine now? Like, what? Where have we gone with this whole
can
thing?
you
What?
can toilet paper? Is that a thing? I actually just
I
went
have
in.
seen someone. I have seen, and it was probably a meme, but I
Oh,
have seen a jar with toilet paper in it.
yeah.
On
They
like
says smoke it or grill it is
the toilet paper or
both.
the
Yeah, the toilet.
turkey. Okay.
Use the toilet
Yeah.
paper as a fire starter, and then smoke the turkey.
Uh,
With toilet, they're like, "Ooh, what? This turkey has a good taste. Did you use mesquite?" And you
yeah.
go,
Exactly.
no, I use toilet paper."
Yeah. 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 The problem is we've got. I think our smoker is. I mean, we could use
Yeah, we
our
have a smoker
gas
too, but
grill maybe on
yeah,
low.
gas grill.
We
But I
have
don't know.
like a Camp Chef smoker grill, but it requires electricity to feed the pellets and everything because as you would expect, I'm not sitting there fuddling with, making sure that the smoke is the right amount and the temperature. I have a little AI controller on it, and it just manages that for me, and then tells me when it's ready to eat delicious food.
Nice.
I want the result without without all of the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that Chuck says, yeah, I also have a ham, extra ham in the freezer for Christmas. That's what we do. But
Backup
and then
ham.
my cousin, my sister-in-law, she always takes our turkey carcass, and that's hard to say, turkey carcass, and makes turkey stock for next year, and she'll can it up and everything. So we have a little operation going.
That is, yeah. Modern day prepper. Yeah. Is that Mesquite? No, it's Charmin.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's that's
that's
100%.
I wish I would have said the joke more like that, because
Yeah.
Modern Day Prepper got it. But I was the first gen joke. He fine tuned it.
Let's see. What is live
Turkey
show?
stock is the best.
How to run a show.
Yeah,
Set the stage for guests to perform in turn.
It says some comments
There's a
live were filtered to protect the community's experience.
Uh-oh.
I see
What?
Jan Lewis Fernandez.
Who got what did Pony Girl say?
Pony Girl must have said something.
That is fantastic.
This is in the TikTok. This is TikTok, sorry.
Oh, this is TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
By the
know
way,
that.
TikTok keeps showing me these freaking Komodo dragons, and they're driving me bonkers. Like, I don't know, do you get the Komodo dragon feeds?
No, you mean like videos, or like people are giving you Komodo dragons
No, it's
live?
like, I don't know why TikTok thinks I'm so interested in Komodo dragons, but they keep showing me these Komodo dragons eating these goats and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to see this. Like,
they heard you talking about Leatherface and chopping up things, and they were like, "Oh, you must like monsters and death."
For like the past 2 months, I just keep getting Komodo dragon stuff, and TikTok, stop it. It's like, I'm talking to you, TikTok.
Yeah, all you got to do is just search for something else, and then watch like 3 videos, and it'll change your entire feed.
Yeah, I hate. I don't. Yeah, I finally got off of like the dermatology TikTok, trends or whatever. Now I'm on Komodo dragons, and then something. And then for a while I was on the orca whales. I don't like those serial killer whales that they have.
Yeah, they're like wolves.
Those guys.
Wolves
They're so smart and so like
they are.
They're mean.
Yeah,
but the Komodo dragon, I think, is mean. It's no mercy. It just swallows these things whole. Like, and. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Komodo dragons anymore.
Yeah, no.
I might have a Komodo dragon hat one of these days, just to.
Well, I feel like that's reasonable. That could be next Halloween. You could go as a Komodo dragon instead of Leatherface.
Yeah. Although I'm not prepared for Komodo dragons, because I hear if they bite you, then it's bad news.
Yeah, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, you're done.
It's a slow and painful death, and then they eat you.
Yeah.
They'll
just swallow you whole, and I'm like, well, how do they digest it? I don't know why we're talking about this, but and then
why do we talk about any of the things?
They kind of barf up the bones, and then that's it.
Yeah, they're like dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're like dinosaurs. Yeah.
I'm on jumping spider TikTok. I found a TikTok channel where they're jumping spiders, and they alter the voice. The creator alters her voice, and so she talks as the jumping spiders. It is fantastic. Very family friendly. The children love it. That and Creepy Dave. Have you watched Creepy Dave on TikTok yet?
I don't know what Creepy Dave is, but it's...
Creepy Dave is a buzzard. It's a guy who did a bunch of voices, and then he made this buzzard little animal video, and he did a voiceover as if he was the buzzard in the video, and he called himself Creepy Dave, and it is amazing. And so now he does these shows every week or two. He releases a new animal. It's his new best favorite animal, as if he was Creepy Dave giving you information, and the information is totally wrong. It makes no sense, but it is hilarious.
It's Amy Fresh over on TikTok says Komodo dragons, Canadian geese, and attack chickens, best home defense.
Yes.
The attack chickens are those
attack chickens with the laser beams. We talked about those.
Yeah, we did talk about those. I do think that the Komodo dragon would be pretty rough.
Did you save those AI generated attack chicken?
Of course
images?
I did. Of course
I
did.
Fantastic. I feel like what we like. So we're doing a lot of brackets things. We had a prepper Mount Rushmore that we're going to do as a bracket.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have like an attack chicken bracket.
Like how many attack chickens you can handle?
We should get like 16 AI generated images of different attack chickens and then have people vote to see which attack chicken would win.
I like that. Tired lady, I'm out. Be safe. Buy an extra turkey. Get rid of AI smokers. Night. Oh, that's good advice from Sutton Days. That's final words. Final.
Yeah, exactly. Sutton's Days. That's the mic drop from Sutton's Days.
Yeah.
That's
She didn't say get rid of Charmin smokers. She said get rid of AI smokers. So
okay. Radio Oklahoma on TikTok is apparently a big fan. Holy blank.
It's the Urban Prepper.
It's the Urban Prepper in person. I'm such a big fan. Look at what we just did.
Hey, wow.
Look at what we just did.
So much.
Radio Oklahoma, welcome
Radio
to the party.
Oklahoma.
This is fantastic. Yes, the Urban Prepper is with us. We do this every week, so mark it on your calendar.
I think we should start doing TikTok more often, right?
I feel like we 100% should. I feel like this worked out really well.
Yeah, thanks for the support, Radio Oklahoma. Awesome.
Yeah, this is great. Okay,
wow.
Holy cow. Look, it's great when it's an idea. It's better when it actually makes sense and works. Yeah. That's fantastic. All right. So speaking of, I can't help but notice you're inside your construction car.
Yeah, it's
yeah, which means you're not at your house.
Yes.
Which means you would probably like to get home on a Friday night.
I'm in a secret Urban Prepper bunker that I have.
Secret urban bunker?
Yeah, I have one in the Chaz zone. I have some others like on different locations around town. So
I was watching a TikTok where people were building tunnels under their houses. And it seems like you maybe have done that as well. Yeah. Like you have your
it's the Atlas survival shelter that we're in.
Yes.
I was going to say we were looking at a school for my son, like because he's going into high school, and so we're looking at the school, and we got a tour of it for an open house, and they had a fallout shelter at the school.
Oh,
I was like, oh, you got to tell me more about this fallout shelter. And so I was talking with the people. That was from like the Cold War days, and we just never got rid of the sign. I'm like, well, that's awesome. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then another cool thing that happened at the open house, I felt YouTube famous on that one because these high school teenagers were like, "Hey, that's the Urban Prepper," and my son heard it. He was, I thought that was so cool.
And you were like, "Yes, it is."
I was like,
"Yes, it is."
Checking out the fallout shelter at this place, see how it is. So,
yeah, how many subscribers do you have to have in order to just skip the admissions process?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what you should have asked.
Yes, that's funny.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
This looks like he's inside a Lego.
Yeah, you look like you're inside of a Lego. It's yeah.
Yeah, at home I have the paper that comes down and blocks my desk. But I think you and Sutton's Day saw my desk. He had a little sneak peek of it.
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
It's kind of messy actually.
It's mysteries abundant over there.
I did a video on my junk drawer, and I've been having so many more prepper problems, but I keep finding junk drawer items not in their location. They're not following the PDF. It's killing me.
I love that happens after you spend so much time redoing it and then making another video.
I found this flashlight just sitting at some random spot by a rake and by a chocolate bar. There's that there for TikTok.
Wait, why do you have a rake in your junk drawer?
This is the flashlight it's out of the junk drawer. Someone took it out and put it by the rake.
Oh, okay.
That's not on the PDF.
No.
So and then
have you considered putting some sort of a surveillance camera on your junk drawer to see?
So then I opened up the junk drawer the other day, and what did I find? I found a Cheesecake Factory and a bar of soap that someone put in there.
A whole Cheesecake Factory?
A whole Cheesecake Factory.
Wow.
It was a gift card.
In your junk drawer. That is amazing.
Cheesecake Factory and the bar of soap in a Ziploc bag. I don't know why.
Bar of soap. What is happening at your house?
I'm like, that's not in the PDF. And then I go outside and I look, and there's my scissors with the junk drawer label clearly on it. There's for TikTok. Again, not in its proper location. So
yeah, that's
I don't know. These are prepper problems that I have to deal with.
I mean, it is prepper problems. I'm a bit curious about this whole bar of soap in a bag in a junk drawer. Yeah. Like I've seen a bar of soap in a bag in a toiletry kit.
Yeah, it should go in the bathroom.
Yeah, or a bar of soap in a bag in the garage next to like a toiletry kit or a swim bag or something like that. but the junk drawer, I don't think I've ever seen that.
No, well, it's I don't know if they're messing with me on purpose or if this is just how they roll. I think it's just how they roll. So it's
Radio Oklahoma on
yeah,
TikTok
that wasn't in the
says
PDF.
that
Yeah,
wasn't in the PDF, should be a shirt.
yeah. Well,
That's how we know
F your
that
PDF is coming out. I think right.
F your PDF. I have the design for F your PDF.
Yeah, because
And that maybe we may have to do that as a bracket as well. And see these bracket
the
ideas.
junk drawer has a hygiene box. That is true. There is a hygiene
Your,
section for it.
your junk drawer has a hygiene
I
problem.
didn't intend for it to be a bar of soap in a Ziploc bag.
That is fantastic.
So then I take photos of these things, and my wife sees me, and she knows I'm probably going to put it on Instagram, and so she calls me an a-hole. Is I think.
And then you're like, well, that got posted to the personal stream as well. Yeah, like
So I'm putting on live stream. Like,
yeah.
I think it's my kids though. I think they're the scissors. That's my wife's guilty of those ones. The flashlight, we don't know. I have no idea who put the bar of soap there. It's probably
Don't you have like a fingerprinting kit or something? I would assume you would.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Do I have
Yeah.
one? No, I don't have a fingerprint kit.
Do you have a lockpick set?
If I did, I wouldn't say on the internet, but because I'm
Fair.
always worried about the legal ramifications for having that. Uh, let's just say,
Here's my understanding is they are legal to have in Oregon. So
yeah, I just know that you can't have like if you have it in your bug out bag, then because bug out bags already look like a burglary 101 kit.
yeah,
So if you have a lockpick, they're like, hey, what is this for? Why do you have this in there? Well, just in case the apocalypse
in case
happens,
I
I
need
need to
some
break into a
supplies.
building. Like,
I decided I needed supplies from
Yeah.
my neighbor's house today.
Yeah,
That's what happened. Yeah, I have a friend that has developed lockpicking as a skill in case of the apocalypse. He is very much a secret. He's a secret prepper, except to me and a couple of other people. But he is an excellent lockpick person, and I cannot get it to. I can't figure it out for the life of me. So if anybody picked a lock, it wasn't me because I have tried and it didn't work.
all these other people are still on TikTok joining. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, we got people. This
That's the
TikTok
cool
idea
voice
was a
and
great
stuff.
idea.
Every time something is taken out of the drawer, yeah. Now I just take photos of it, and I try to. I'm gonna catch them in the act, though. I'm gonna set up a camera.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should have a camera.
Yeah.
And then I think like maybe like for birthdays or holidays, gift giving occasions,
Yeah.
you just wrap up whatever was taken out of the junk drawer
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
give it back to
Well,
the person.
I had a pipe in there. We're no one's fessed up to the pipe.
The pipe. Hold on.
Yeah, like
The
a
pipe?
like a detective smoking pipe.
Okay, got it.
Uh, and no one has fessed up to why that was originally in the junk drawer. And so I'm still interrogating people, but I might give that away for Christmas. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
lock picking lawyer is another great YouTuber. Yeah, he is. I've seen.
Yeah,
This
I've
video.
seen. There's so many.
I just worry about like getting arrested and have with the bug out bag and then having like all the stuff in there.
Well, I mean, totally understandable. Also, you carry a lot of jewels with you.
Like if you have a handcuff
So-
key or something too, I think you get in trouble for that technically. So.
And zip ties and
Ties. I think you can get away
jewels.
with zip ties, and I think you could also get away with like a hammer. You just can't get away as much with like a battle axe. Or
Do you carry in your bug out bag, like cloth bags full of dollar bills with a dollar sign on them, like a cartoon?
No, but
Okay, I mean,
that's
when
gonna
I think
make
of
level.
burglars, do you have a black eye mask in your bug out bag?
Oh no, I think a lot of the burglars are more low key than that nowadays. Like
Okay.
this is 2023. We're talking.
All right, I'm just saying. Maybe one of those black and white like mime shirts that all the burglars in the cartoons have.
A pony girl said a tiny ring kit. I have a motion activated. It looks like a key fob, but it's really a motion activated camera. I'm gonna set it up in the junk drawer, so whenever
think
someone opens it, I'm gonna get their video of them doing it.
But the problem is you need it to capture what they took. So will it be able to capture what they took?
Maybe if I position it right, it's really small. It's like that big. It's like a key fob, and I can
Yeah.
position it just right. I'm gonna try it at least.
I'm glad I
I'll
don't live
report
at your house.
I'll report
There's a level of okay.
There's stuff going on. It's
All right, everybody. Well, then it's been, I don't know,
Good.
almost an hour, 50 minutes, something like that.
pretty good. Yeah, and
We
it's
did a good
Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm gonna go.
Radio Oklahoma. Thanks on TikTok. I see more.
Yeah, thanks
You
for
need a window
joining
suction
us
cup
on the
and a glass
TikToks,
cutting
everyone.
knife and a ski mask and a yeah.
Yeah, Radio Oklahoma is giving all kinds of ideas of things
I like it. It's
that
great.
you should have in a bug out bag,
I
but just
swear
not
it's for
all
my bug
together
out
in a bug
bag.
out
It's
bag.
not a. I'm not a robber.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah, that what I don't know what he listed. That's like the Portland Antifa survival kit.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what we take to go to the grocery
That's
store.
like that's your EDC in Portland.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a thing. It's the difference between Portland and Oklahoma. That's a whole different that's just us going for produce. That's what's happened. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We will see you next week. Wednesday? Are we thinking Wednesday next week?
Wednesday's good. Yeah, I just
all right.
I had a couple conflicts.
All right. Yeah, and I had a thing. It was my schedule got it's a thing, but we'll be back. So next Wednesday, hopefully, about the same time as
we'll
normal.
Try to get on the TikToks again, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll do the TikTok
I might
again,
upgrade my
super
TikTok
fun.
phone because I don't know how the camera looks on it, but if the camera's
yeah, I mean it looks fine.
It's okay.
I mean, yeah, the camera looks fine.
All right.
People can see you. You look like you're inside of a Lego. It's good. So, all right, everybody. Well, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.